The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett completes Austin here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Pickett now on 1st down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. A give to the fullback. This is Watt. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt punching it in from a yard away.
And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
It's over, let's dominate.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Pickett.
He gets this one to Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Pickett now from the gun here. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again with Pickett. Crossing route, catch made by Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Pickens on the slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so...
From his own end zone, Herbert going deep here for Allen. And this throw will be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down, Eckler. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Second down and 7.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Drops it underneath to Spiller. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Herbert just beat the play clock.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. Now a second down and 6. Pickett will look to throw it here. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And second down.
This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 31, Herbert. He's got Allen. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Herbert now.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Carter.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
They run behind center with Spiller. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards on the ground.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expected.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a more.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here to the 20. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. And now here is another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.